From Milan, Italy. We've been here for a couple of days already. It is a bit of a birthday trip. I turned 33 years old Thursday, and that's the day we landed in Milan. It is my first time here. I had been wanting to visit the city, so it's quite nice to tick it off the travel bucket list. So for the past couple of days, well, we've been running in Milan, we've done a fair bit of sightseeing, and we've also been enjoying some delicious food. For the past 2 evenings, I had one single Aperol Spritz with dinner, and because I really don't drink alcohol on a normal basis, it was enough to make me feel really tipsy. So yes, we have been living our best lives, and also we have a steam room in the apartment we're staying at. How cool is this? But anyway, today's Saturday morning. Guess what is there in Milan every Saturday morning? There is Parkrun, yes, and that is where we're going today. I was originally planning on going alone because Ben is actually not running today, he's got a race day, and he wouldn't really have done the Parkrun anyway. But to my surprise, he said that he was gonna come with me to help me film, which I'm really grateful for, and it's gonna be nice to spend the morning together instead of me just going alone, and then we're gonna have some extra clips for the vlog. So the Parkrun today replaces one of my speed sessions of the week, so I'm going to give it a good effort. I would love to do a sub 20 minute today. I just don't know how it's going to go. Things got a bit muddy at Milan Parkrun this morning. So they did actually do a first-timers briefing in English because there were quite a few tourists, but I was doing my warm-up when they were doing that, but Ben heard it, and they did mention that there were going to be quite a few puddles, so I kind of knew what to expect, but not to that extent. Like, it was puddle galore all the way. And also it was mixed terrain, so if I had packed trail running shoes, wouldn't have been a bad idea to wear them today because there's a bit of tarmac, quite a bit of like gravel type of terrain, and then at some point you also cut through grass and you run maybe, I don't know, 200 meters, something like that on grass, which was quite spongy because of how wet it was. And to dodge the puddles, well, you had to go on the grass as well. So this course is 2 identical laps. It is not pan flat, I wouldn't say it's hilly. It is a little undulating in some sections, and then you've got the mixed terrains that makes it a bit more challenging. At some point, I thought I could speed up and overtake a runner. The problem is, in front of that runner, I couldn't see anyone else, and there were not really any marshals, and there were just little signs here and there, but I kind of thought, well, I don't really know where I'm going, I do not want to get lost, so I decided to just stay behind that runner who kind of knew where he was going. And then another runner overtook us, and I decided to go with him. Basically, I wanted to have someone in front of me at all times, so I would make it to the finish. My watch says 19:54 for my finish time. Right now, as I'm recording, I've not got the Parkrun email yet. I'll put it on the screen. But if it is actually a sub 20, I really scraped under by a few seconds. Like, this course was no walk in the park. And also at the finish, I don't know if it's a one-time thing or if it's weekly. There was a table with food like cheese, bread, salami, cake, crisps, drinks. Yeah, that was a lot of fun this parkrun this morning, despite the puddles, and I'm really glad I took part. Sunday morning, I'm doing my final run of the week. It is like a medium long run. We'll do 14 to 15k. I'm doing this along this canal and it's really enjoyable. It's really quiet. I mean, it's early morning, but it's just like nice and peaceful. So it's our last full day here in Milan. We've checked out all the landmarks and sites we wanted to see. We have done a lot of steps between all the sightseeing and the running, but definitely worth it. We had a lovely time here. It was a really nice change of scenery and I quite enjoyed running here in Milan. But today I think we're gonna have a bit more of a chill day, probably spend more time inside enjoying the steam room because that is really nice and I could definitely get used to it. Final morning in Milan and we're doing our run together today, which is a miracle. It doesn't happen a lot because, well, Ben is way too fast for my easy pace, but today I'm running a little faster than I would usually and Ben is running a whole lot slower than he would usually, so we can run together. But yes, our trip is coming to an end, flying back to London later today. Thank you guys so much for watching and I will see you in the next video. Bye!